My name is Josh Clark. I run a little design agency called Global Moxie in New York City, and we do a lot of multi-platform web and app design for all kinds of different companies, including big media companies, People Magazine, Entertainment Weekly, eBay. So we're kind of all over the map on figuring out how to help people have great experiences on phones, tablets, computers, and websites and software. You know, I grew up in Manteo. I went to Manteo Middle School, Manteo High, and it's been a lot of fun coming back and talking to the students here about what excites them about technology today. It's a big difference from when I went to school. Right now I'm sitting in Manteo High School, and this is where I learned to do a little bit of programming and what then passed for software design. You know, this was before the web, this was before the mainstream internet. So I came in and talked to Mr. Phelan's computer science club, as well as some students that are assistants with him and help with some of the IT work, as well as, you know, they are making apps. You know, they are working on apps and websites, and with real enthusiasm, which has this real satisfaction that you have with making anything. You know, whether that's woodworking or automotive kind of stuff, just the satisfaction of working with a thing. It just happens that they're working with pixels and bytes. But beyond that, there's just the satisfaction of working on something that you see on the phone. This is media. This is my whole portal to the world for a lot of these kids, right? And so there's this really exciting and satisfying thing of participating in that huge cultural movement as well as a technological movement.
Today we got to meet Josh Clark from New York City, and we got to hear him talk about app development. It was really interesting to see him come in and talk to us, because, you know, he's really similar to what we're doing, and, you know, it was nice to kind of see that he's making it, doing what we're doing, and so it's kind of a little bit inspiring, you know.
I've been having my students make mobile apps for almost a year now. And it was really cool to get somebody who does it for a living like Josh, who's an expert. He's able to give a much broader perspective on it and show them that it's not just about learning this program or this coding, and show them that the design aspect and the communication aspect is just as important as being able to write the computer code. When I tell them that people do this for a living and that this is a job you can grow up to do, and that you can, you know, make a living off doing geeky stuff, it's really awesome to then have that backed up by having someone come from New York who's worked with real big companies, names they've heard of. You know, 10 years ago, we didn't even think jobs like his, we didn't even know that jobs like his would exist. And so we have to train our students for jobs in the future that we don't know will exist. So by teaching them problem-solving skills and critical thinking, we're basically teaching them, we're preparing them for what we think the future might hold for them.
I really do enjoy the club. It gives us a chance to do stuff that we wouldn't, you know, normally do in a normal school computer class or whatever, because in the normal school computer class, you're just going to learn Word, PowerPoint, you know, maybe some Flash. But in this, we can actually learn, you know, go deeper. Right now, I'm making a trash app to encourage little kids to pick up beach trash. I like coding, honestly. I just like figuring out problems. You know, I'm a problem solver, and so I like doing that kind of thing.
What we're seeing now is that apps and the web are actually going beyond the phone and getting embedded into everyday objects and appliances, and not in ways that we might necessarily expect, where everything's going to be a web browser or a Twitter client, but, you know, that we're going to be able to talk to our homes, from really mundane things like thermostats to home automation, where we can control the lighting from a website or app. So this idea that everything is being connected is something that is emerging as a real trend that I think is going to be something that is really the environment that today's students grow up in and help to build and shape. So I would say, you want to be a technologist, you should learn about history and storytelling and sociology and all the things that make us humans, because, you know, you're not designing for computers, you're designing for people.